My name is Francis, and today's topic or theme is going to be on Japanese foods. So the appeals or like the good points about Japanese food, there's a lot. But definitely off the top of my head, I would say is like the health of Japanese foods. You can get really good healthy foods in Japan, but they all taste really good. You know, like stereotypically when you think Japanese food, I mean, I think of like udon, curry rice, sushi, like those stereotypical Japanese foods, but they're really tasty and they're really healthy for you. So for me, that's like one of my biggest positive points about Japanese foods. So what are some challenges of Japanese restaurants or like bad points? I can think of a couple. So one bad point about Japanese restaurants that I always notice and that I prepare for is the size of the water cups. This may sound silly, but in America, I don't know if we like just drink a whole bunch of water or if Japanese people don't drink that much water, but Japanese, like in restaurants, the water cups are so tiny, and I noticed that like I'm always having to ask the waitresses for refills or having to go get up and get refills for water. So I just end up bringing like my own water bottle to the restaurants because I'm always drinking a lot of water. So that's definitely one, I guess, con that I noticed about Japanese restaurants. So in terms of Japanese foods that I would like to try, I've been here for over a year now. So I feel like I've reached my goal of like the basic things that I want to try in Japan. But if I do want to try some Japanese foods, I really want to try, I don't know if this sounds silly, but like I want to try catching my own fish and then cooking it, or like going to one of those places where you can get super fresh fish. Or I've also seen people go to places where you can like make your own like udon or somen noodles, like do it right in front of you and then cook it. My favorite Japanese drinks, I am very boring. Like I like the basic, like mugicha, ocha, and anything with matcha. I drink green tea all the time. It's like one of my favorite things to drink. So those are definitely one of my favorite like Japanese drinks. When I was a kid and I used to come to Japan, one of my favorite drinks was like melon soda and how you guys put like ice cream in it. I remember loving that as a kid, but as an adult now, I just stick with green tea. And then in terms of like Japanese like alcohol, so I don't drink alcohol that much. I'm like yoi, I'm very weak. I get very red and like flushed when I drink alcohol, so I have to be careful. But sake, I like sake, and I like I forgot what it's called, but it's the alcohol made from umeboshi. I really enjoy that as well. Another one of my favorite Japanese drinks, and I don't know if it's like a drink, but it's different from America. In America, we don't have a lot of like yogurt drinkable products, and if we do, they're not that great. I noticed one thing about America is that our dairy products compared to Japan don't taste as good. So a lot of like yogurt flavored drinks in Japan I really enjoy drinking because the taste is really good. So that's definitely one thing that when I'm here I drink all the time. Like for breakfast or just any time, I'll get those little yogurt drinks. So Japanese foods that I've made before, I've actually made, I think, like quite a good amount of Japanese foods growing up. My mom's Japanese, my dad's American, but I grew up in America for most of my life. But in America, when I first moved there, we actually lived on like a military base. So my mom would actually teach other like American housewives how to cook Japanese foods as well. So I would always watch and she would teach me as well. But like gyoza, she taught me how to make, what else? Like curry rice, it was definitely like a staple in our house that I would always make. My mom would actually, she taught me how to make mochi, but I don't remember because it was only like once or twice. So in terms of like pros of Japan as a whole, I think when it comes to like the convenience of things, it definitely pertains to like food, but also just the experience of Japan as a whole. I just think anybody that comes to Japan, they definitely notice how convenient everything is. So you can just do a lot of fun things. You can visit a lot of fun places. You can experience really nice things. You can go out in nature. You can eat really good food. Meet really nice people in a pretty, like even though it's a small area, like there's always going to be places like that around you. So I definitely think like the convenience of things in Japan overall, like it's definitely a big thing that appeals people to come here. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.